Ambrose.
So soft, so delicate.
Ambrose, I've never done anything like this before.
Oh, trust me. Trust me to take you to the mountaintop, to the land of milk and honey.
Look, this is betraying my husband and your wife. And granted, you're very attractive, Ambrose, but
no, the Lord knows our weaknesses. He'll forgive all our sins.
Oh, look, yeah, but then you'll hate me and you'll never want to talk to me again.
No.
No, and your friendship means just much too much to me, Ambrose. I want you to be able to confide in me.
No, I will. Trust me. I'll tell you everything you want to know about Lord Love the Children.
No! What are you doing?
Oh, Mrs. Wyman, how you doing? Cord Roberts, I'm sure you remember me.
Who let you into this building? And why are you sneaking around my husband's private office?
Well, I'm hardly sneaking around. In fact, I was just about to knock.
Anything you wish to discuss with Ambrose, you can discuss with me.
Well, actually, I'm not even looking for your husband. I'm looking for my wife.
I think I'm gonna get back to
No, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
I know why I kissed you.
You must have really enjoyed Harvard.
It was the best. I have never in my life felt such a sense of freedom. Are you sure you don't want me to take you back to the hotel?
Yes, I am positive. You're stuck with me, so you better start enjoying it.
I am enjoying it. Very much.
Eyes on the road. So tell me, what was it like to grow up in a palace?
Oh, it was wonderful. Of course, until I went to school, I thought everyone in the world lived that way. My first day at school, I discovered...
Raymond, are you okay? Raymond? Watch out! We are gonna crash!
Here's what to do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry. I'll give you tomorrow. Let me be the one to share it with. And each day that follows, 'cause we only have one life to live.
Thank God that's over. Thank God for seatbelts. Thank you, thank you. What happened? What? Did the steering wheel stick? Raymond? Raymond? Raymond, can you hear me? Oh, thank God. I thought that you'd been knocked unconscious. Are you all right? Raymond, can you move? Can you speak?
No.
No, what? No, you can't move. No, you can't speak. What? What? You're not bleeding. I mean, your legs and your arms move. You're not paralyzed. You want to get out and get some fresh air. Raymond. You know, I really think that we should get out and check the damage. Great. Raymond, what is wrong?
What happened? Where are we?
What do you mean, what happened? You lost control of the car and you smashed into this telephone pole, don't you remember? Look, I can probably flag down a car and have them stop and help us, but, you know, you should get out.
I can't move.
Yeah, no, you can move. You moved before. Just, look. Here, now, you're unbuckled. You just...
Megan.
You can move.
Megan, I can't see. I've gone blind.
You came here to cheer me up.
Al cheered you up. He put on the funny faces. He doused me with bath water. That's what made you laugh.
No, you made me laugh, too. I had a great time, and I really got into it.
I'm glad.
But I kissed you because I was upset over Megan, and because I couldn't handle the hurt and the pain, and I wanted to forget about her, so I focused on you. So I'm really sorry.
It's all right.
No, it's all wrong. If you'd done this to me, I'd be ripping this place apart right now.
Well, you just got this place all fixed up. That wouldn't be a very good idea, would it?
Just because I'm hurting, I can't hurt the people I care about.
Max, you feel like your world is going to come to an end, but it won't. In time, you'll be able to get over what's happened and pick up the pieces and go on, but in the meanwhile, you've got Al and me.
Well, maybe it's best if you stay away from me. I'm going to be miserable to be around, to come back in a year or two, okay?
You love Megan more than ever, don't you? Well, I think I have a way to end your misery.
Tina's not here. In fact, no one was until a few minutes ago. I've only just come in from a field trip with some of the older children.
Oh, was Tina out on this field trip with you?
No.
See, that's my problem. I've been looking all over for her. She's not at the halfway house, and she's not at Landfair, so I figured she might be working late with Ambrose.
My husband has a fundraising event at the Landview Grand Hotel tonight. It started about 20 minutes ago.
Well, maybe Tina is doing some late-night file work.
Mr. Roberts, I can assure you Tina is not in my husband's private office. Now, if you need to make some phone calls, you can use my office. It's right down the hall here.
Ambrose, let's get back to business. Why don't you tell me about how you decide what parents go with what children?
There's plenty of time for business.
No, never enough time for business as far as I'm concerned,
No.
really. I have all these wonderful ideas that I think would really help you.
Well, help me now. Come on. Give yourself to the passion. Help yourself.
No, wouldn't you feel a lot better if we talked first?
No, we'll talk later. Then I'll tell you everything.
No, why don't you tell me now about the donations that you receive and what you do with all that money?
Oh, the money is spent wisely. The Bible says in time of prosperity, one should be joyous, and I am indeed a joyful man. Oh, you're so beautiful, like a rose in the desert, like a lily of the field.
No, Ambrose, no! Ambrose!
I told you this office is strictly off limits to...
What the hell's going on?
Mr. Roberts, please
Call
don't.
yourself a man of the Lord.
You're
You're not
not
preaching salvation through goodness and righteousness. What's going on? The minute the door shut, you try to seduce my wife?
Please, sir, please, give me the opportunity to explain. You've got it all wrong here. You see,
No,
your
you're not
wife...
going to tap dance your way out of this one, preacher man. Listen to me. What was going on, huh? Were you threatening her with a couple of years in state bills she didn't put out?
No! How dare you imply something evil? How dare you smear my name? The day of judgment will come, and then you will be sorry for these
Judgment
angry
day's
things
here,
that
pal.
you
I got
said.
news for you.
No!
This is what I think of your good name.
Cord, wait!
This is all you're doing. This is all your fault.
Wait, get out of my way.
You're not leaving
him.
until you confess.
I don't have anything to confess.
The truth. Tell me the truth.
Well, you want the truth? Talk to your husband.
No, I want to hear it from you, Tina. Admit it. You were coveting my husband.
Look, are you dizzy?
A little. Oh, but the air feels good. Oh, God. Now, if I could just get my legs to stop shaking. Are you sure you're all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. You're the one I'm worried about. What, you just went blind just like that?
Oh, Megan. Megan, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. God, if anything happened to you, I would never forgive myself. I should have let you drive.
Look, there is no way that you could have known what was going to happen.
No, I should have foreseen it as a possibility. It's happened before.
What?
There have been other episodes since the accident in the saloon.
What, this has happened as a result of your concussion?
Apparently.
Well, why didn't the doctors do anything about it?
Because they didn't know.
What do you mean they didn't know?
Well, I never told them about the problems with my vision.
Why not?
Well, they were never around when it happened. It comes and goes. I thought it was probably just a temporary condition. It never lasted this long before. I was afraid that they'd make a big deal about it.
Well, of course they would. I mean, blindness, even if it's temporary, is a big deal, Raymond, especially for people who are trying to help you.
No, well, they would have insisted on keeping me in the hospital. What's worse, they would have informed the minister of my condition. In turn, he would have told my father.
What's so awful about that?
Oh, Megan, I've told you, my father is very ill. I can't have him worrying about me.
All right, look, I appreciate your concern for your father, but you have to also worry about yourself right now. Now, couldn't you just tell Klaus to tell your father in a cushioned way so he wouldn't be so
impossible, impossible. Klaus would never lie to my father.
All right, then why don't you call him and tell him yourself?
No, I have to protect him at all costs. He is so frail, and he depends on me for his strength. How can he depend on me if he knows that I'm blind and lying in some hospital? No, he must never know about this accident or my blind episodes. It would kill him.
Believe me, I've thought of everything. Jumping from the Lambie Bridge, going back to Texas, moving to Tibet.
No, running away isn't the answer.
All right, be strong, stand your ground, keep the faith, and all things will pass, right? Look, I'm sorry for this self-pity. I'm acting like I'm the only person in the world that's ever been in love and lost.
When it is you, you are the only one in the world.
I can't even accept this because it shouldn't have happened.
You can't force someone to love you. Either they
Megan
will or...
does love me. I know she does. That's why this won't pass. Oh, God, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be getting into this with you. I'm pulling out.
No, look, don't let this beat you.
Look, I've already lost. Megan's already turned her back on me. She's already sent me packing.
Because of me?
No, because of a lot of reasons. In fact...
No, look, the fact is that you have a choice here. You could be happy, or you could stay miserable. It's up to you. But if you've got the strength to keep fighting, you must.
Let me get this straight. You were telling me to keep fighting for Megan?
Yes. I had a vision of the way I wanted my life to be. I held on to that vision for far too long. I didn't think of anything else except what I wanted. I put everyone else's needs aside except for my own. I made mistakes, and I hurt people.
The past is over, and you're paying for them now.
Yes, but I never really understood why I made those mistakes. But I really do know why now. I became isolated, a person on the outside looking in. But I learned the hard way to open my eyes and see what was out there, see it the way it really is, and accept it. I want you to be happy more than anything in the world. And if Megan makes you happy, then you've got to hold on to her.
Husband was coveting me.
How dare you try to blame poor Ambrose?
Poor Ambrose practically ripped my blouse off.
That's exactly the way you planned it, isn't it, Tina? I've got your number. I know what you've been up to.
Well, I've just been minding my own business.
Oh, no. You had another goal in mind when you begged us to hire you.
Look, I just wanted a job.
Oh, no. You wanted more. You wanted much more. I've seen the way you smile at him, the way you flirt with him, the tight clothes that you wear to try to entice him. From the very first day, you could hardly wait to get your hands on him. You're a good-for-nothing little tramp.
Oh, now you just wait a minute here, lady. I'm not going to be the bad guy in all this.
Oh, God, I'm bleeding. Oh, Serena, my jaw, I think it's broken.
Let me see.
Oh.
Let me see. Open your mouth.
Oh,
Oh, God, your tooth is chipped and your lip is bleeding. Tina!
Oh, don't let her go, Serena. Let her go. She won't deal with you honestly.
And what about you, Ambrose? Are you capable of dealing with me honestly?
I've sinned, Serena. I was about to betray you.
Ambrose.
She wanted to make love to me. She said she wanted to take my clothes off. She kissed me. She was so desperate, and I couldn't resist. And I couldn't fight the temptation, and I sinned. Oh, my God. Oh, Serena, please forgive me. Please, I know I have no right to ask that of you, but I love you and I need you so much. Please help me to be strong. Please help me to be a better man so that I can resist temptation, please.
I'll try, Ambrose. I will try.
Oh, God bless you, Serena. God bless you. I love you so much.
The only way we can deal with this temptation is to erase it from our lives.
Oh.
You must fire Tina. Tell her to find employment elsewhere.
Oh, no. Serena, that's impossible.
If you don't have the strength to do it, I will bear the burden.
No, Serena, you don't understand. You don't understand. You see, Tina has a friend who just discovered that she's pregnant.
We'll find another pregnant young woman.
But no. This woman, Gabrielle, she's different from all the other women that have given us children. She is of superior stock. Any child that she'll give us will be able to get $40,000, $50,000 or more. But the only way to keep Gabrielle is to keep Tina. Don't you understand?
Believe me, Max, I'm not making some grandstand play for your sympathy.
I know. I don't want my problems with Megan to affect you.
My problems are affecting her, Max, as well as you, and I can't let that happen any longer. I will get out of your life. I will start doing things on my own. I will stop running to you to depend on you for everything.
You haven't depended upon me for everything.
In the last few months, I certainly have.
You've been put through the ringer.
Yes, and I've survived, and I will survive, and I can do this on my own.
You don't have to be alone. I mean, we got a son that needs both of us.
That is always going to be a very special bond, but it's going to be different from now on. You're going to probably have a hard time convincing Megan of that, but you must tell her that...
Don't worry, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. I don't know why I got you involved in this.
Max, I want to help you. I want you to be happy. I can't stand
I'll take care of myself, okay? You take care of yourself. I'll keep my problems to myself.
Max!
No. Look, is it okay with you if I don't drive you back? I'll put you in a cab, take you back to the halfway house?
Yes, that would be fine, but I was hoping we could just finish our conversation so you'd understand.
Look, I understand. I'm through talking. Keith, do me a big favor. Could you go flag down a cab for Gabrielle?
My, the lady works faster than the speed of lightning.
Zip it, Andy.
Excuse me. I'll get this sweater of yours back to you tomorrow.
Yeah, don't rush. Right. Be careful. And you keep your mouth shut next time.
Why are you jumping on me?
Because you deserve it.
Look, I hope you're not going to ask me to be Gabrielle's buddy.
What's your problem with Gabrielle?
She ruined your relationship with Megan, that's what. And I don't like her.
Well, you don't have to worry about it anymore, so just back off.
What, you told her to get lost?
No, she decided that she's going to take care of her own life, okay?
Yeah, I believe that.
Andy, go to bed, would you? I'd like to do some thinking.
I'm a little old to be sent to bed, and then if you're going to pick up the bottle and drink yourself to oblivion about Megan...
I'm going to get Megan back.
I'm sorry.
Sorry about what?
I'm sorry. I never lose control.
You are really the most incredible man I've ever met.
Megan.
Oh, you almost lose your life trying to save me in Buchanan City, and now you've lost your sight, and the only thing you can think about is protecting your father?
He's the most important man in my life.
Yes, well, my father is very important to me, too, Raymond. But sacrifices have to end at a certain point. You have to think about yourself.
We've settled that argument. No hospitals.
Look, I know that if you were to go back there and get proper treatment...
Megan, I'm sure that it is just a temporary condition. It's probably fairly common after experiencing a concussion.
Well, I would feel a lot better hearing the doctor say that.
You know, a friend of mine at Harvard was hit in the head by a baseball. He experienced similar symptoms for several days after the accident. Now, with some rest, which I can get without being in a hospital, I'm sure that this will all clear up and I'll be back to normal very soon.
Well, that's all terrific, but you've got one big problem.
What's that?
Klaus, what are you going to do about him?
The same thing that I was going to do before the accident. Convince him that I'm all right and send him back to Mendorra. Now, is the car badly damaged?
Well, I'm certainly not an expert, but it looks to me like this telephone pole took the brunt of it.
All right. Let's try and get it started.
Okay, and then what?
And then we're going to go and see Klaus.
Raymond, you are blind. You are not going to see anyone.
Yes, I'm aware of that, but with your help, I think we can get him back onto the next flight to Mendorra.
You can't get Megan back as long as Gabrielle is still in the picture.
She's not in the picture.
Max, every time I turn around, you're in a huddle with Gabrielle. You get solved with one problem, and she comes up with another. You settle that one, and another one pops up.
She's the mother of my child. I'm not going to abandon her.
I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying that Megan has a legitimate beef about you putting Gabrielle first all the time.
Take these to the kitchen.
Look, anyone can see that Gabrielle is in love with you. You say you're in love with Megan, and then you're always hanging around with Gabrielle. You know, you can only take one person to the prom. How do you feel about Gabrielle?
It's none of your business how I feel about anybody. And as far as Gabrielle's love for me is concerned, it's past. It's over.
Well, not for Gabrielle.
Yes, it is, from now on. And for me, it's over. I'm concentrating on getting Megan back.
You really mean that?
Yes.
Great. Go for it. Call her. Call her right now.
This helps you hang up on me.
But Max, you can't go hot and cold like this all the time, you know? You gotta give it a chance. You can't give up before you've even tried.
Just let me work this out on my own, okay?
Look, I've already got it worked out for you. What'll it cost you to listen to my idea?
Hey, no problem. Act princely. Here we go. Excuse me. Oh, pardon me. Okay. Watch the chair. I'm sorry. Excuse us. We'll just meander over here to this table, a little to your left. Your chair's right in front of you.
All right. I think I can navigate this.
Good.
Now, where's your chair?
Now, I'll seat myself. Don't worry about
Now,
that.
I insist on holding your chair.
Raymond, enough is enough, okay? Klaus is going to be here at any second. Don't worry about me.
All right. I'll sit down.
Ah!
What was that?
Well, it's a candle. I'm going to move everything out of your way so you don't knock anything over.
Is this a nice bar?
Yeah, as far as hotel bars go, I'd say this is pretty good, and it's fairly dark, which I think will work to our advantage.
Oh. I can't thank you enough for doing this for me.
Don't thank me yet. We haven't even started this little charade.
Are you nervous?
Am I nervous? No, hey, you know, you're blind. You want me to convince Klaus that you're fine. Why would I be nervous? Piece of cake.
You know, I have every confidence that it will succeed. After all, you're a very accomplished actress. You even have a Daisy Award to validate your talent.
Yeah, I would trade that Daisy Award right now for a minor miracle. You do not know how many times Sarah has told me about how to handle blind people, and I've never paid attention to her. I could kill myself right now. Oh, wait a minute. Clocks.
Clocks.
Yes, clocks. All right, now that's how you're going to know direction. Clocks. Directly across from you is an empty chair, 12 o'clock. I'm at 9 o'clock. You're at 6 o'clock. Klaus is going to sit to your right at 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. Check.
Good. All right, now don't reach for anything, don't order anything, and watch the tablecloth.
What color is it?
Beige. Yeah, this whole place is kind of beige.
Check. Well,
Good.
It all seems fairly easy.
Raymond, you're smiling at a man at the next table. Stay.
Well, perhaps I'd better not try and smile at Klaus.
No, I wouldn't smile at Klaus. In fact, I wouldn't even look at him. Because I have a feeling if you look at him, you'll see that your eyes don't focus, and then he'll know something's wrong.
Well, if I don't look at him, then he'll know something's wrong.
All right. Do you have sunglasses?
No, I lost him in
Okay,
Buchanan City.
Hang on a second. It's a good thing I'm along here. Here, you can use mine. Perfect. Lovely.
Ah. Well, how do I look, Miss 9 o'clock?
Well, pretty ridiculous, Mr. 6 o'clock.
I'm sorry I asked.
Oh.
What is it?
Minister of State just entered. Hello. Nice to see you again. Approaching 4 o'clock.
Klaus?
Your Highness, Miss Gordon.
Have a seat, Klaus. We'll find a waiter, order you a drink.
I would prefer a refreshingly honest answer, Your Highness. Just how big a fool do you think I am?
Cord?
Just get out, Tina.
Look, I know you're angry, but I can explain all this.
No. I'd love to hear this. What are you going to explain, Tina? You're going to explain why you were half undressed? You're going to explain why you were kissing him? Maybe you're going to explain why he was laying on top of you.
Look, it's not how it seems.
What was it, Tina? Were you feeling faint? Is that it? You were out of breath and he was trying to help you regain your breath?
Look, you know, I was trying to work on Ambrose to get some information out of him, and I almost had him.
Yeah, that's right, Tina. You almost had him, didn't you?
I can't believe you just said that. Look, don't you care at all about these children being sold? Aren't you concerned at all about these mothers that are being pressured into giving up their children?
You compromised yourself with the man, Tina.
I wasn't gonna let it go that far.
Oh, I'm sorry. How far were you gonna let it go, Tina? If I hadn't busted in there when I did, what would have happened, huh? What would have happened between you and Ambrose?
I don't want to play 20 questions, Andy.
Just answer me. What do you do for a living?
I own a bar which could use some cleaning.
Yeah, what else do you do?
I produce a soap opera.
That's the ticket.
The ticket to what?
Max, you deal in fantasies every day. You work with your writers and directors, and you come up with incredibly romantic stories about dozens of loving couples. And you succeed.
Gee, aren't I great? What's that got to do with me and Megan?
It's the way you're gonna get Megan back.
Forgive me for being slow here, Andy, but I'm not following this at all.
Think of your favorite characters and how you got them together. Think of the crazy, off-the-wall, money's no object situations. And then, when you thought of a story, you make it work in real life for you and Megan. You love it. You hate it. What?
Since when did you become so enthralled with romance?
Since I started watching your show. Come on, do you have an idea yet?
No. I do know something, though. I do know that when Megan comes back, I'm gonna have to keep her off balance.
Well, not too off balance.
No? But she's gonna be on her guard. When she comes back, she's gonna be expecting me to try anything and everything. And she's gonna have her defenses up just to shoot me down.
Yeah, well, you better sweep her off her feet before she has a chance to shoot you down.
Yeah.
Look, I'll get you some coffee. All you need is a little caffeine to get those creative juices flowing. Oh, thanks.
What are you doing back here?
Well, I was almost at the halfway house, and I realized there's something else I need from you.
Klaus, you have served the crown with great loyalty. You know I share my father's opinion of you, and he certainly doesn't hold you to be a fool.
I will not sit here and pretend that I have no knowledge of your little charade.
Klaus, what are you talking about?
My duty is to serve the king and to protect his progeny.
I am aware of your duties.
Then you must also have known that I would call the hospital and ask your doctors about your condition, which I did just before coming down here. They inform me that you discharged yourself without their approval. They are most distressed.
Ah. Klaus, the doctors are much too cautious with me. I never felt better in my life.
Dr. West seems anxious to run more tests.
Well, of course they were anxious to run more tests. He's a prince. They wanted to give him the royal treatment. Yeah.
Why are you wearing sunshades in this bar?
Well, you know I hate the color beige.
Are you still experiencing trouble?
No, there is nothing wrong with my vision. Stop clucking over me like a mother hen. There's absolutely nothing to be concerned about.
May I see for myself?
Well, you know, the nurse put some drops in his eyes right before we left the hospital.
Yes, it makes my eyes very sensitive to the light. Besides, I don't want people recognizing me.
I think he kind of looks like a rock star, don't you? Well, I mean, a princely, very princely rock star.
Klaus, have you spoken with the king's doctors tonight?
Yes, the king is stable, resting comfortably.
I'm very worried about him, Klaus. Now, I want you to go back to Mendorra and see to him. Now, I need to stay here and finish my business here in the States, and then I'll be off.
The king's orders are that I am to remain with you until you return to the homeland.
Klaus, there's no need for you to be tagging along behind me. My father needs you far more than I do.
Your Highness, I cannot disobey the king's orders.
Nor mine. And I order you to return to Mendorra and see that my father is protected. I'll call the palace and notify them of my decision.
As you wish.
Now, you will assure my father that I'm healthy and fully recovered.
Of course.
Well, thank you. Well, I'll see you when I return to Mendorra.
Before I leave, there are some papers which require your signature.
Oh, well, fine. Leave them with me, and I'll send them tomorrow in my diplomatic pouch.
I would prefer to carry them in my own case tonight.
Cord, if there's anything you should know, it's that I love you. I would never be unfaithful to you.
Well, it looked to me like you were getting real close when I walked in.
Look, you know, I was trying to get information out of Ambrose, and he was this close. He was really starting to confide in me.
Mm-hmm. But he wanted you to sleep with him first, right?
Yes, he did, but I wouldn't do that.
Tina, please, just...
Cord, look, your investigation led nowhere. What would you have me do? Would you have me just stay there and pretend that I didn't know that those children were being sold?
What are you saying, Tina? This was some kind of a trap, and you just happened to be playing right into the man's hands?
Look, it wasn't a trap, and it wasn't just an empty promise. He was starting to confide in me. He started telling me all about the donations and where all that money went to. And all of a sudden, it's like he lost control or something, and I was fighting him off. I was trying to stop him when you and Serena
Tina, the point is, you shouldn't have started anything in the first place. You want to talk about empty promises? What about your empty promise to me? About leaving Ambrose alone and not trying to tackle this thing all by yourself?
But the opportunity just presented itself. Did you want me to just walk away from it?
Did you ever stop and consider the consequences before you started something like this? I don't think you did, Tina. You say the man went out of control. What if he had raped you? Did you stop to think about that, Tina? What would you have done? You don't know, do you? Because again, Tina acted on impulse because that's what she does best. If she wants something, she just goes out and get it, no matter what the price.
All I wanted was to help those children. Do you really think I wanted that man on me? Do you think I wanted him to touch me every time he did? It made my skin crawl. I just thought if I could save one child.
You could have saved dozens of children, Tina. But no, you screwed it up because you wanted to do this thing alone.
I was just trying to do something unselfish for a change. I was trying to make up for what I did wrong. Did you see that? I wanted to make you proud of me, and I wanted to make you fall in love with me again.
Your Highness, there is something wrong with your vision, isn't there?
You know, I think it's probably just the eye drops. The nurse said that he couldn't write or read or do any of that for at least 12 hours, but I don't think that signing a few papers would really cause that much harm.
You don't think it'll be too much of a strain?
No. How long could it take? 10, 15 seconds? Unless you're going to sign all 17 of your names.
I think 10 will be sufficient.
Okay.
They concern the matter we discussed the other day, the parliamentary orders.
Ah, yes. So I see.
It isn't necessary for you to waste your time reading over them again.
You know, it is so dark in here, Klaus, I can hardly see them.
Why don't you ask the bartender for a flashlight?
Oh, yes. Yes, Klaus can do that.
Right. All right, he's gone.
All right, where do I sign?
Sign where my finger is. Okay, you got one more. Move down. Okay, perfect. Well, you know, isn't that great? We were able to do it by the candlelight. Thank you. I'll return this to the bartender.
Well, Godspeed, Klaus, and best wishes to my father.
I'll have to take a commercial flight, although I should check the schedule.
No. You take our plane. I'll fly commercial until the pilot returns.
There is a question of safety.
Klaus, please, there is no need. It'll be an interesting way to meet new people, and I'll be able to promote our country's resorts.
As you wish. Your Highness, Miss Gordon.
Yes, have a good trip. Classy. You did it!
No, you did it. Oh, Megan. Oh, my God, I can't thank you enough. You have my eternal gratitude.
Well, I'll settle for one small favor.
What's that?
When we get back to Landview, will you check into the hospital?
Megan, we just went through this elaborate charade so that I could protect my father.
Yes, I realize that. And Klaus bought it. Now he's off to Mendorra. Sarah knows an eye specialist that's connected with the Landview Hospital. Now he can take a look at you, he can diagnose you, can figure out what's wrong. You just have to promise me that you're going to stay there until he tells you it's okay to leave. All right, well, I could run after Klausy and tell him the truth.
You wouldn't dare.
Try me.
All right. All right, you win on one condition.
Name it.
That you stay at my bedside and nurse me back to health.
I can handle that. You just have to promise to kick me out if I get too bossy.
Deal.
Okay. Let's go make some plane reservations.
All right, lead the way.
Forward, march.
I'm almost embarrassed to ask.
Anything you want, you know you can have it.
Remember the first time I was taken off to jail? I gave you my locket. It has a picture of Al in it. Well, it's very precious to me. And it's also a constant reminder to me of what's really important.
Yeah. I've been meaning to give that to you. Every time you come by, I get so involved with Al, I keep forgetting. Familiar?
Yes, thank you.
Love me. Fumbling a little bit. I was going to call you at the halfway house before lights out. Apologize.
What for?
Being so abrupt with you and practically kicking you out of the place.
It's all right. You needed some time to think things through by yourself. I understand.
I shouldn't get you mixed up in my problems with Megan. It will never happen again. If Kelly was shining some of her jewelry one day before she left, and I asked her to do the locket, I hope you don't mind. That's why it's so shiny.
It's beautiful. Thank you. I have a cab outside. He's probably wondering where I got to.
You gonna be all right?
Yes, I'm going to be fine.
You know, Tina, I don't doubt your good intentions. And I think you honestly believed that you could somehow keep the Wymans from selling off more children.
So you believe me? So you're not mad at me anymore and you forgive me?
Well, wait a minute. I didn't say that you did the right thing by trying to lead Ambrose on like that. If only you had come to me, Tina. If only you had talked. Do you know how many if-onlys we have had in our marriage? They just keep piling up, Tina. Like the broken promises, like the doubts, like the lies.
Gordo, there's something you never have to doubt. How much I love you. I've loved you from the moment I met you. And I've loved you with all my heart. You know that, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
And even despite all the problems, I mean, we were just starting to get things back on track, right?
Until you wrecked the train again.
I'm trying to explain that to you, Cord, please. Please don't reject me because of this, please. Please tell me you understand and that you forgive me.
Tina, I don't know that I will ever be able to do either one of those things. I truly don't.